hope y'all are having a good year so far and Happy New Year again. You're hearing my voice for the first time in 2023. So let's go ahead and just jump into this. I want to say the late night combo, but nighttime conversation. So I was talking about, writing about change in one of my blogs not too long ago. And I was talking about how change is good. Change is good. Now, regardless of how me and you may feel about certain life changes, change is still good because it can bring direction. And must I dare say this, some of our normal routines do need to be shaken up because we can have so many desires and goals, but we have to recognize that change must be first implemented in order to achieve those goals. Like, let's say you want to, eat healthier this year, that you must change your present eating habits so you can fully embrace a healthier future. So you have to make those changes now in the present. So when that future comes, you're able to embrace it fully because you made the changes now. Like a change of residence, a change in career, a change routine, and any change that take place always comes with a certain set of standards to maintain that change. And in order to maintain those new changes, the mind must change. So this is something that I'm dealing with right now because I'm deciding to push myself a little harder toward the goals that I have my heart to achieve and accomplish because settling for the norm of things and settling for just less than will just have you just filled with so much discontentment and unfulfillment because you want to move forward, but your mind is still stuck in the past. So I am working on uprooting that thing and just going forward in my life and doing things that I thought I would never ever do. So I noticed that a lot of my fears and self-doubt is rooted in old patterns of thinking, afraid to achieve certain levels of success because I thought that others may feel like I'm better than them if I go after certain things. I was afraid to branch out into new places because I think some people may disapprove my choice. Afraid to move on because I think I'll never find anything better. And these are legitimate feelings that not only I have dealt with, but others have dealt with as well. Because when you decide to take a step forward into a new direction, those feelings of fear and doubt just starts to pop up because they want to act as a barrier for you moving on. Because step out of your comfort zone means I need to change certain things. I need to change up my lifestyle so it can accommodate those new changes, that new direction I'm trying to go into. So in other words, that we have to do work. That's what it means. You have to do the work. And no, I'm not the only one also trying to push myself even further either because I know there's other people that are dealing with this. And so I did decide to talk about this because I refuse to be chained to being normal. And for me, normal is staying in the boat and not rocking on the normality, I'm saying that word right, surrounding our present culture. Normal is staying in your place and not being different. Normal is living up to someone else's expectations. Normal is a life of safety and not taking risks. See, my norm has been consistent of people pleasing, self-doubt, anxiety of making a decision that is right for me, and moments of overthinking that have caused me to stay confined to a box that was not designed for where I was going in life. And I like to just share three things I'm focused on this year that's going to help me push beyond my own norm, just to push myself out this comfort zone, out this box. And not saying I have not been doing that, but I want to push myself all the way out. I just say that. One area is relocation. If I have not mentioned before, I currently work in a contract position, which means my employment is not permanent. So as I'm coming close to my end date this April, I'm thinking about moving to an area where I can work and pursue my passion at the same time. Now, I'm not saying you cannot accomplish certain things in certain places, but I'm looking to be pushed out of my comfort zone. So far, I have lived in two states, Mississippi and Arkansas, where I have not been that far from home. I think the furthest I have been from home was 3 hours away. It was about 3 hours. And although some prefer to live close to home, I want to break out of that box and explore new areas because sometimes home can be a limitation to what you want to achieve in life. Now, I do have a certain state in mind, and I'm not going to say exactly what that state is because I visited at least about 3 times and I enjoyed every visit. I had there, been there. Of course, you may say, okay, that's not enough time to explore a state. But for me, I kind of have that I'll say inward knowing that, hey, this is a cool place. So I'm not going to say what it is yet, but talk about that later on when I get things in place. So the next area is writing and art goals. As a writer, I'm trying to overcome this challenge of selling myself. A great product cannot be all that great if no one knows about it. So I'm going to start again this year marketing my second book, B. Now I wrote that in 2021, self-published in 2021, but I feel like I have not gave it enough attention with all the good nuggets of wisdom that was laid out on those pages. You see, it's really good to just try. It is. I'll never know what can happen if I just try. Now, it may be easier to hire a team to market for me, but I want to see myself going all in, going hard for myself, going all in, putting everything I got into what I have created. And yes, I will be definitely writing more this year because I still have aspirations of working in film and media production in the future. So I want to put the work in now. Now, art has also been a love of mine, so my goal is to publish an art book on this year. Now, one way I'm preparing for that is to commit to drawing each week. I have an art journal for writing down my thoughts in form of pictures, creative words, and I also have an art sketchbook where I was just practicing more, different types of artwork. I am a writer, so my writing tends to get into my artwork, so I'm making my words more creative. But I also, I do have some skill set in drawing just real still life objects, but just kind of want to just break out the box a little bit. So I'm going to use both of those books and tools to mold my craft and also inspire others as I share my artwork online. So of course I know my artwork is not the best out there, it's not the perfect thing, but I'm pushing myself to put out there anyway. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to try to build that up. And so also for other people can see my journey and how I'm growing as both a writer and artist. Now, if you'd like to follow me on both journeys, you can. You can find me on Instagram. For my writing, you can look up at SW Creative Works. It's all they're gonna be. All information gonna be below. And for my art, you can find me at Art of Messages. Now, I'm still trying to grow these pages. They are. I know Art of Messages is a fairly new page. You can see by the follower count. And I know SW Creative Works. I was starting on that page, but it's like I was going in and out. I wasn't all the way committed to it, but getting back to being committed to it. So you can follow me on either page and you just follow my journey and see what I'm doing and how I'm trying to build both my writing, both my art into a business as well. So number 3, the area that I want to focus on this year, the third area is social media. Now, social media has been a pain point for me because I do not like how things are portrayed on there. And I also don't like how people, present themselves on there. I don't like how some communication just be carried out all over social media, still going to that person one-on-one. But hey, that's how we have made it, how some of us made. I know everybody's not like that. But overall, it's not a bad thing to have social media. Regardless of how other people decide to use it, I want to get back to the connectivity and the community that comes with social media. Now, one of my goals this year is to become more active online as I become more comfortable in sharing my voice. Now, I have dealt with this back and forth because I know that there are certain people, they have this big following and they do all types of things. And sometimes you feel like you have to do that in order to grow your platform or to have certain things. But I just believe that you don't have to pretend to have this big personality or chase after every trend on TikTok, but be totally yourself. Just be your true, authentic self. Because when you're building, you want to build something that you love, that you enjoy, you want to inspire people with. Start where you want to start at. If this is what you want to talk about, start with that because at the end of the day, it's still your platform, still your page, and you know what you want to grow, you know what you want to build. And if it means putting more work into it, put more work into it. Hey, that's what it's about, putting the work in. So I don't want to just build, use social media just to build an audience. but to bring real change to our culture as well as create spaces for people to not only build their own things but have their unique voices heard as well. So I got some work to do. So this ended my conversation. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any thoughts toward it, hey, put your thoughts below. It's a real cool safe place. And well, I'm trying to make a real cool safe place. So I hope y'all have a great day, great night. So y'all be blessed. And until next time, we'll chat later.